We've got all these great experiences that television's kind of hit their ceiling on, and we're hitting our stride.
John, tell me a little bit about what you do for Akamai Technologies.
I have the best job at Akamai Technologies. I get to play in the sandbox. And for me, the sandbox is largely based on innovation and disruption in media. And it's something I've done really throughout my career. And we went through kind of the SD to HD transition in broadcast. And then we started going through online. We went through a lot of disruptions around formats and resolutions. Starting out with little postage stamp images and getting all the way to where we are today at HD and 4K and VR kind of experiences. But that's what makes today so exciting. Originally, probably the first 10 years of online video, we were trying to complement it, but now it's to replace television. We've got all these great experiences that television's kind of hit their ceiling on, and we're hitting our stride in the online world. So we're putting out 4K experiences, and not just higher resolutions, but higher fidelity, higher frame rates than what television can do. And so I get to look at all these cool problems and all these cool disruptions and say, how do we make this happen? It's resolutions, it's formats, experiences, and the expectation is it's all going to happen online. And the cool thing coupled with all that is there's no second-class experience, so we can't just kind of like stumble our way into the solution. We've got to make something that's rock solid, that scales, that consumers are they're wowed by.
So you have a great team of innovators here at Akamai. Can you give me some details on what your team is working on?
Pushing the envelope on the fidelity experience. The team's working on extending kind of beyond the norm, if you will, on broadcast and going to these P60 experiences. The team's working on things like virtual reality, which is this blank slate right now. It's very different. You no longer have a director notion that says, I want you to look here, I want you to look there in a scene. Everything around the scene could be relevant to that viewer, so it's very, very personalized. And it means that how you present that experience through delivery, everything around you in a 360 environment has to be delivered in a way that the user has that ability to choose and instantly get that experience. We think about it from Akamai's side as you go up in these experiences, it all means typically bigger payloads. It might be 4, it might be 10, it might be 20x larger than what we're doing today. And it puts increased importance and emphasis on things like really, really ultra low latency.
Better than broadcast, you think we're there?
I think when we look at things like scale, we're 90% of the way there. That doesn't mean that last 10% is not going to be hard. It's going to be really hard because the scale is now the global audience. We're there on kind of the engagement, the personalization side of things. Where we've got work to do still is in operations. We've got to make sure that we've got operational visibility into the entire supply chain and be able to manage what's happening, when's happening. How do you do mitigation procedures? How can you have actionable data? These are things that have existed in the broadcast domain for years, and we're leading the way here again. The last element that we've got some work to do is on the cost side. If a customer has 5 million concurrent viewers with Akamai right now, and they go from 5 million to 10 million, it didn't go from 5 million to 10 million at the cost of an extra 1 or 2% of that cost. And that's how broadcast television works today. You don't get the penalized factor by getting more audience. Keeping our attention on those 4 categories is really going to be paramount to how successful, how quickly we're going to see this transition from broadcast to being better than broadcast in every dimension of the word.
The reason why we are talking to you today is because of your enthusiasm. I don't think I've ever talked with anyone who is as passionate and excited about their current role and what's to come.
I find it so hard not to be excited about it. For a technologist, someone that kind of embraces the notion of, hey, let's see if we can make change happen. Let's say if we can make change happen not just for change's sake, but something that drives a better consumer experience. I think, yeah, how can you not be excited about this stuff? This is great. This is a great time for us in our industry.